Good morning, how are we, people?
Peak of the empire, top of the rock. Flags flapping in Manhattan. New York.
I know a few people are starting off the hangover. Big day yesterday, obviously the Tigers got in. There you can see the eyes of the Tiger behind me there. Awesome, everyone's just about to get on, so... So, good morning to we all. Well, it's actually afternoon here, just afternoon by a little bit there. And how are we all going? If you're in, Michelle, good to have you on. So just before everyone's getting on, I'm going to turn this music down a little bit. Obviously, it was a big night here in Melbourne. The Tigers, which is in the AFL, they got up. My beautiful partner and her family, they go for the Richmond Tigers. So I was supporting them. That was fantastic. The superstar Dustin Martin. He was just down here, obviously he lives where we're at, and that was really cool to be able to see, someone to come through that diversity and, shine it on the other side of that. So that was really cool. Obviously Melbourne was really good to see Melbourne light up as well. Everyone coming together for a higher purpose, which was really good. Sports do bring people together. And it's great. Obviously there's different dates, but, we shouldn't always have to have a sporting event or, Christmas or a religious date to bring people together. We should all be coming together for a higher purpose, but that's what sports does. Hey, Alan, good to have you on, bro, and we'll have a great chat tomorrow. I know we'll work out the time difference, but I'm really looking forward to that. So, a lot of the stuff that I want to be talking about today is really giving people that, that deep understanding of really what makes people happy, yeah? And one thing that made people happy yesterday were the Richmond Tigers. They got up, they haven't been in the final. Brad, how are you? How you doing, bro? Good to have you on as well. And, and it's like anything, in America, the NFL is massive, the gridiron, obviously, so is the basketball, soccer, and they're on. So there you go. Hey, Natalie, good to have you on. And Coco, good to see you last night as well, sister. So, I'm, you had a big session yesterday. I was watching, had that amazing, the interview of the three ladies, the two Nats and the Elaine. And I don't know where Elaine is. She was with Coco last night, so hopefully she's probably still asleep. And that was really cool. Took the ladies out. We had some dinner, or lunch, I should say. Don't even know what time or day it is, but we'll get there. So it was amazing. If everyone got on to and saw the ladies shine, it was honourable because you probably haven't seen the ladies where they've been. If some people know the journey, like I know Coco knows everyone very well, and I know Coco knows Elaine very well. Great video last night. Yeah, it was fantastic to see. Firstly, on what I want to tell everyone, the ladies, I know Elaine's probably had a little bit more confidence and a little bit more time to stand in her power, but these ladies were petrified of live streams. These ladies were petrified of looking at themselves, yeah? And to see the ladies dancing in their power and then sharing, their secrets of where they're going, you guys don't understand how big that is, yeah? And that's why I was so honourable, to see, obviously Elaine gets so emotional every time I see her. I feel like, cry for a good reason, but that's what it's about, people. And everything comes together really well. And why I want to share this understanding with you all about how what saved my life was happiness is that I talk to a lot of people every day. And unfortunately, people don't know what actually makes them happy. So how are you ever going to be happy? People don't know what they desire to be. So it's like I say this to people straight away, and they're grown adults. When you grow up, what do you want to be? And they go, what do you mean when I grow up? I am grown up. I said, no, you're not. Because if you were growing up, you would know what you want to be. You're all going, fuck, that's me. Yeah? Give me a thumbs up. Give me, whatever. Put a love heart there if that is the truth. If you don't agree with it, and that's okay. Then that's fantastic. So the scary thing is that I was sitting there with my beautiful partner and I was reflecting over the week. Recovering from a little bit of a hangover because I did have a big session, but I'm like, still up early. I'm still a beast, still a trooper, and I was rocking that out. So thank you for that, Brad. And the thing is, what I come up with was a big road bump. There was a blockage. That firstly, okay, great. So everyone is in a buzz at the moment in Melbourne because Richmond won. Yeah. But why do we need to wait for a sporting event? Why do we need to wait for, a birthday? Why do we need to wait for Christmas, Easter, or something for people to come together and actually be happy and respect one another? Well, the reason this is because People do not have an internal driver that they know what makes them happy themselves, personally. So then they need an external understanding. They need alcohol. They need a rugby event. They need the All Blacks to win. If you're talking about the Kiwis, that's if you're talking because Brad's a Kiwi, or you need some external thing to make them feel happy, to make them feel excited, for make them actually to look forward to something. But once the grand finals finish, once the World Cup's finished, once Christmas or the birthday, people go back to blur. Yeah, and this was me. Can we all relate to this? Yeah. Put your hands up, give me some sort of sign, right? Yes, I can relate to this. And this is not picking, this is not judging, this is being 100% honest, yeah? Because my main goal isn't to make people feel bad. My goal is to go, hey, let's expose this shit, let's expose this crap, and let's move on from it, yeah? I will tell people what they need to hear because I care for them that much that I don't want to lie. I will not lie to you. Okay, you can hate me for telling you the truth, and I want you, you can hate me for telling you the truth, but I don't want you to like me for lying to you, yeah? And you're not going to get that. That's why most people hate me. No, only kidding. It's all cool. So, I've got this back to front again. So, my board's obviously on this side, and it's the opposite. So, when I write, you guys are going to be able to see. So, I'm freaking myself out as we go. Cool. So, what was the biggest thing for me that I had to use external supplements, so drugs, alcohol, not really much alcohol. When I say that as well, people, it was, I used to do this into a perspective of, I used to love to party, yeah? Just not because, and just those people that sit on the couch all day with whatever, I didn't have that. It was more just a party person, yeah? But that's what it was. It was like, okay, where's the party? Where's this? Where's that? But what happens is, I didn't have that happiness within. So I was always looking for external. Yeah, going to the gym. Like, I go to the gym now for within, not without. Before it was for without. Just look at me, I'm a show bag. Yeah? And you see people that they create monetaristic or materialistic abundance, and it's called a band-aid. Yeah? But these people, like, they get on. There's a lot of network marketers that are doing it, unfortunately, and there's a lot of coaches that are creating significance around their title, called a coach, a transformational coach, a consciousness coach, yeah? And all those titles that you need to understand, you need to be living it. You know what I'm saying? And this is a big thing. I work with a lot of ladies, and the ladies can put their hand up. A lot of my personal clients that I've been working with for 6 months now, but obviously I've been doing the coaching with men for a lot longer. They will create a relationship, a broken relationship, because they have broken mechanisms of that self-relationship. So their mirror of themselves, their internal mirror is shattered. So they're going to attract another shattered resemblance in a man. Yeah? So with all these understandings and you see a lot of the stuff that keeps coming up, I'm just like, come on guys. Let's be honest here. You need to, before if I'm going to stand up and bark, and sit here and go, rah, 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 we need to have the results on the board. Do you know, we need to be that person of, come on guys, hey, if we're going to stand up there, and I'll give you guys a real reality check, yeah? My mind's going, my reality and my conscious mind and my everything's just going 100 miles an hour now. So what I'm going to spill out to you, I'm going to calm myself down, my logical brain and my creative brain, I'm going to align it. So I went to the gym, not yesterday, I went to the gym the day before. And there was a guy that, he was a little bit overweight, and he was there talking, and he was a personal trainer. So firstly, you would make that judgment, and you look at that person and go, okay, because he's a little bit overweight, he doesn't know anything about health. Yeah? But then there was another guy that was even more overweight. And what do we do as humans? You're going to judge a book by its cover. Yeah? And I'm sure a lot of people have done that. And what we've seen, hey everyone, how's everyone getting on? A lady just woke up, and there's Nelly, how are you? Hope you had a great day at the Bond yesterday. So, and straight away I took myself out of judgment, yeah? And one of the guys, like, firstly, if you're going to be a personal trainer, or firstly, you know what, this is just my opinion. If you're going to be a great leader, great person of influence, then what I would say is you want to have balance in your life. You don't need to have a rippling body, but if that's what you want, fantastic. You don't need to be a bodybuilder, but you want to have some goals in each areas of life, yeah? And I see these people that are showing up that they don't have the results. It's easy to put up a post. It's easy to go, to nightclubs and be this person. Hey, I'm just going to tag people that are significant, but really deep down, they don't give a fuck about anyone because they can't get anything of you. This is not a strategy for happiness, people. This is a strategy for hitting a dead end. Yeah? And this is not a strategy for great consciousness, awareness. So why I say this, because there's probably a lot of people in Melbourne today that have got hangovers, and because, it was quite big. Like I said, I had a big session yesterday, but I'm still up early, I'm still ready to go, and I'm always committing to add value to you guys, because I'm sitting there and I really want to share this with you. And I'm deferring off the track a little bit, but I'm talking relevant to, because I know who's on here, so I'm talking relevant to people as well. Hey, Rebecca, good to have you on. And this is a lesson. This is a lot. I see the names coming up, and I'm teaching as the names are coming in because it's very relevant. I like to teach live and I like to teach raw. If something is not sitting well with you, then think about it. Yeah? So what you see is that through the social media understanding of people not being happy, what's going on in this world, that people can show up very fake, yeah? People can show up being, well, I'm this and I want to help you. And you can tell people what they want to hear, create a huge empire, make a lot of money, but deep down, that is not the true recipe to happiness. Because these people will basically, when they're not on a live stream, when they're not around, they will deflate and go away and they will crash, yeah? So, how I understood that I stood in my power, and it was petrifying because I had to face my truths. I had to face my imperfections when there's a lot, and there's still a lot more, and there's always going to be a lot, and that's where I can sit there and go, I just want to stop away and lock myself in my room or take fucking pills or do some stuff or whatever. But no, you need to see everything as a blessing. You need to see everything as a lesson. So what I ask you all, and there's a few of you that have just got on here now, and I'm going to repeat this. So what I said to one of my clients was, and I say this to a lot of them, I said to him, so when you grow up, and some of these clients I'm speaking to are older than me, and I'm 37, and all my clients are above 18, so they're all adults. And I said, when you grow up, what do you want to be? And they go, what are you talking about when I grow up? I said, when you grow up, what do you want to be? Some of these people are adults, some of these people are parents, and I'm going, fuck. If you've got children, or if you're standing there being a coach, a mentor, a parent, and you don't know what you want to be, come on, are you serious? Because what this creates is a lowered universal collective consciousness. If people are walking around zapping energy around, I don't know what I want, and dragging their feet, it starts to become contagious because their friends will be the same, and then their friends will be the same, and then their friends will be the same. They're walking around just existing day by day. And what they do is they get busy by creating a void. They need to get to there. I always say from ask the beast, they create a void, yeah? And they don't know how to get there. So how they keep this void is they get busy doing nothing. So you want to become from A to B, and then you drop a void. And that's because you haven't got yourself, you are who you hang with, exactly. You haven't gone and invested in yourself, or you haven't put in the work, or you're not loving yourself enough to stand in this power. So what I want to tell you as well, and there's a reason why I'm jumping back and forth a little bit, because it's a way different people learn, and I'm teaching visual, auditory, kinesthetic, which is different learning strategies. Visual is eyes, very quick and loud. Auditory is people like to hear the words, I'll sing it out. And kinesthetic is really, the people that want to feel it, like they want to feel the words, yeah? And I'm also going to be committing to talk to your heart, yeah, heart to heart. So this is very true. So, if I can just get everyone's permission with that, we're going to be talking heart to heart. So going from your A to B, the reason why you void is because you haven't got off your ass and you haven't committed. You go, oh, I've got no money. I've got no time. I can't do it. And you're good at talking about it, but then you get busy doing nothing. And you use your children as excuses, yeah? You use other people as excuses. You use moving to different places as excuses. You use that, oh, I can't, and this and that. And then what happens, people? You just stay there doing nothing with no results. That is not happiness. And this is the key. And we can finish this. And the people that say, you can see what that says love. This is the thing, and I want this to be a rude awakening to you all. Everyone that sits there and go, I love myself, you fucking don't. The reason why you don't, you can say you do, because if you truly did, you would do everything it takes for you to get the results in life, which is happiness and fulfillment. Not a Ferrari, not a fucking, not living in the suburbs, not, whatever, having a Vera Wang dress or all this stuff, or walking around with diamonds. that is materialistic bullshit. Yeah, that's good. If you've got the money, you want to experience it and enjoy life because you love yourself. On top of that, you're not feeling a void, then fantastic, because that feels fucking great. Yeah. So this it comes down to. So the people, and this is a rude awakening to you all, because it was a rude awakening to me 5 years ago, and I'm sitting there today and I'm going, okay, cool. So what feels different right now? What feels different in Melbourne? Melbourne's awake because it's number one, or one of its number one football teams is won. Everyone's buzzed up, yeah? People that I know have been walking around like slugs. What is happening is that their football team's won and it's bringing everyone together, yeah? I barracked for a different team, but it was the love and, connection. Me and my partner always have that excitement. We always have that connection, but it was like, okay, great. And other people are talking about it. Why do we need an external representation so then we can feel alive? Big lessons for me, no matter where I am, I shouldn't allow my exterior. Exactly, Eleni, exactly. I'm talking, not to you, but I'm talking with you, yeah? And you know this, we've been spending a lot of time in the last few days together. You poor thing, how can you keep putting up with me? So, this is the key. There are a lot of people that are standing up going, hey, there's this new philosophy and you need to do this mindset and we're going to do finance and how to make $10,000 a week and how to do this and how to have happiness and all these secrets are all popping up. But guess what they're not telling you? They're not telling you what the core ingredient is. It doesn't matter how good your marketing is. It doesn't matter how you stand and present. It doesn't matter how consciously aware you are. It doesn't matter fucking how fit you are. It doesn't matter how much money you can make per week. What fucking matters is you loving yourself and that understanding and facing your truth. Love is the purest motivation, inspiration. Motivation doesn't exist. It's a word to keep lazy people on their ass. Yeah? I'm not motivated or I'm motivated. What the fuck does motivated mean, people? Come on, let's be serious now. Confidence. What's confidence? It's about love. It's about purity and it's about fucking conviction. Yeah? Do you think I'm motivated and confident right now? No. Do you think that I'm convicted and in love with expressing myself? Fucking oath. Yeah? Oh, are you a motivational speaker? Sorry, what a motivational, what does that mean? A fucking motivation, because it's words. We get conditioned by using words that doesn't give us any meaning, and then that doesn't give us any meaning. True? We use words that don't fill us up, that don't give us any meaning, so then we don't have any meaning back in our life. Makes sense? Fucking oath, yeah? This is like church. Sunday morning, you've been schooled by your priest. Let's wake up, people. Let's have a holy breakthrough together, yeah? So, that's what happens then. People will come to there, so then they will get busy. Oh, you know what? I come, hey Darren, good to have you on, man. Absolute champion. Check him out, absolutely. Thank you for the support as well. I know that you've been on for a few of these and everyone else, of course, but I truly appreciate it. So, for you standing in your power, and the reason why I'm saying this so passionately, because this was me. I was the biggest pretender. I was the biggest bullshit artist to myself. I would make every excuse not to be my greatest. And you know what, people? You don't need to keep going, Natalie goes, I wish every single person on this planet could sit down and listen to you. I appreciate it. Not everyone's going to resonate. Not my story or who I am is going to qualify with other people. I don't. I only want it to be the people that are open, the people that are ready. I've had some look to even go with that Natalia, because I keep calling you Natalie, it's Natalia. See, it's just unconscious. And one of the girls said her name's Natalia, because now we've got 3 Nats in the team. So, and they said, well, Lee, what gives you the right to show up and just give your opinion every day? And I sat there and I went, hold on a minute, my opinion. So you think that's my opinion? Opinions are just someone's idea or an outlook on something which they don't have any results in. Look what opinion means. But I said to them, look, I don't want to ruffle your feathers, but I'm going to tell you this fucking straight to your head, not your heart, because your heart doesn't deserve it. I'm going to talk straight to your head. Don't insult me ever again and saying it's my opinion, because I have been through hell and back in my life and it's my results. Yeah? And I'm telling you that, let's be honest, I have been the biggest fucking, bullshit artist to myself. I've been the biggest dark energy to everyone, There's this, and it really comes down to, tell me if I'm wrong. What happened, I didn't want to bring this up, was that Elaine that's on here now, yeah, my beautiful sister. I had another Elaine on my thing, and my PAs they accidentally tagged this other Elaine who's supposed to be a friend of mine, who's supposed to be a light worker, who's supposed to be love and peace and, acceptance and the rest of that. And it was actually funny that one of the posts that I went to say thank you for my sister Elaine that's on here, I actually tagged that other Elaine again because it was so easy. Because you tag someone that goes in there and Elaine goes, hey, you've tagged the wrong one. I went, oh shit. During that period of time, that this is what I'm talking about, how people are showing up fake, how talking about happiness, let's be real. She goes, hey Lee, can you stop tagging me in your post because it's just getting too much and the rest of it and rah, and I'm not liking it and you're using me as a platform to get your message out. I'm like, wow, you say you're a person of light. That means you're putting light into others. You are firstly, where you're lying is that light workers or those white witches aren't supposed to ask for money. Yeah, and there's a reason why I'm telling you this. They aren't supposed to ask for money. Now in your readings, you're asking for money and doing that. It's supposed to be it's like you're giving a gift to someone. Yeah, like you don't ask for money. If someone wants to pay you a donation, as I pay my Master Jay, he doesn't ask for any money, but it's a donation you give back for the services. So what I felt really funny, and this has really got to do with a lot of people showing up not in their happiness, and it's got everything to do with the next bit, which I'm about to teach you. And this person goes, well, you know what, and the rest of it. And I said, hold on a minute. There's a button called delete. Do you know what I mean? There is a button called delete. And you press that button and the post doesn't need to go on there. And guess what? This might be a rude awakening. Facebook isn't the real world. Facebook isn't the real world? What? Does that mean we have to go and talk to people? Does that mean we have to, oh my God, Facebook is not real? Fucking rude awakening, yeah? And what was really bad about it, I go, how is this, you're supposed to be this person and that's affecting you. What I want to tell you people, that I speak to Tony Robbins' manager, Michael Burnett, every day. Yeah, every day. And I tag him in my stuff. Veronica Chu, who's a lady that owns Success Resources. And she brings Robert Kiyosaki, she brings Tony Robbins, she brings Gary Vee, she brings all those massive names, Oprah, to Australasia, Malaysia, and around the world. That is the marketing team for these top leaders. Guess what? You know what they say to me? Lee, thank you for sharing your stuff with me. I loved your video. Keep it up. I want you to be on my stage soon. Thank you so much. You're talking about some of the most successful, driven, high-end, happiest people are saying thank you. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Now you have these people that say that you want to hijack my 800 people on your Facebook, which I've got like 4,000 followers, to get seen? Come on, are you serious? And it was an accident. And my PA, who's in India, one's in India, well, actually a few of them, two in India, one in Pakistan, and two in Philippines, was so upset that they accidentally tagged someone. And there's a big story in this, yeah, I'm talking about happiness. So if you're someone that's showing up to be a light worker, if you're someone that's showing up to be, hey, I'm here to help you and the rest of it, I'm going to do a reading, but I'm going to take your money when I'm not supposed to, because white witches aren't supposed to be taking money. It's supposed to be a donation, and we're only here to be sharing our gift. What was really bad, to top that off, this person decides to do a live stream about it. And not using my name, but to a point everyone knew, because it was very, very honest. And that's called public defamation. Then you start to get all these little minions out of the woodwork start to jump on there. And I'm like, really, people? And the reason why I'm telling you this, because it's the truth and this is what's happening. So someone that would be pure in their power would understand. Can I share something with you as well? You know how many people tag me? If I show you, I have still got 3,000 posts pending. So I get tagged in over 300 things every day. Do you think that I have once said stop tagging me to people? You know what I've said to people? This is the difference between me and other people. Thank you for thinking of me in your posts. I truly believe it, yeah? I thank you for sharing me in your post. So what this comes down to, people, and there's a reason why I'm telling you this, I'm going to get to it now. You need to show up in your power, because if you keep being this false and you're creating that, you see these other false, broken people that they start to come together and then they have to belittle and bully someone. Well, they didn't do it to me, man. Like, not many people are going to be able to get that to me. I've got pretty thick skin and I've seen a lot. So, but what I don't understand is, This other person that jumps on there, they want to just start to come to that. And then you can see that. Another person not living in their power. So let's go and let's start to become minions. But what they don't understand as well, the legal ramifications, you've just belittled someone, you've saved that, you take it to court, you're fucked. So this is what I'm saying with you people, and this is why this is the story to you now. Now you've heard all of that. So why I've said that, because that is a pure representation of people not being happy. People don't understanding what happiness is. People don't know what their true identity is. So if you don't know what your true identity and your happiness, you are going to create more resistance in your life. And then if someone pushes back because you're creating that resistance, that's what you're going to see. You're going to have resistance with people that are in their pure form. Because when people are in their pure form, we're always growing. They will be a mirror. So when someone stands in their power, and when someone is standing in their truth, yeah, and they don't care about what's going on, they will become a mirror to you. And the reason why they become a mirror is to you because they don't just sit there and let you, hey guys, you know what, life's okay and it's not too bad. They'll go, hey, hold on a minute. I know life's not okay. Are you okay with just getting average results? Are you okay with pretending? Are you okay with not being the best mother or father for your children because they're going to grow up with their broken values and beliefs just like you? Are you okay with that reciprocating? Are you okay with that happening down the timeline because they didn't do it? Are you okay with being overweight and the rest of it? Are you okay with being broke? Are you okay with telling a lie? Because if you've got children, you're just creating that. You're putting it down the bloodstream. You're putting that down the bloodline. But what I want to say to you is, why are you pretending to be happy? Why aren't you standing in your power? Why are you just getting busy doing things, but deep down, you have that darkness in you? Face it, because once you face it, people, it's like that. You know when you see a hole in the wall and you keep walking past it, but you always keep noticing it? Well, how are you going to putty that wall up and then paint it and make it look again? That is when you stand in the love of yourself. When we say, I love myself, guess what? You can tell when someone loves themselves when they get the results. You can tell when someone truly loves you when they do everything in their power to make you feel love and to make you feel safe and all the rest of that stuff, yeah? But this is the thing right here. That the people that show up and say, well, you know what? I'm here to help you. I'm here to change you. This is what we're doing. You can tell they are so full of shit because they do not love themselves, and that void, it is simple. It's that A to B. So what they will do is they will become a celebrity. They will become a person of contribution. They will become a person of significance. And they will start to get that filling up of that feeling is to say, well, look, here I am, this is what I'm doing. But deep down, they're using that as a void. Deep down, they're using that. And the reason why I'm saying this, people, I highly recommend you don't become like this. And this is what it's about. Because when you're in love, you show up and give. Things don't affect you, yeah? You're in that understanding of being the truth. When you can be the truth and be able to say, hey, this is how it is. And let people know, because what I would prefer to say to you is grab you, rough you up a little bit, put you on the right path, because I was going to say, oh, so-and-so, please don't go down there. You're about to fall off a cliff. Oh, you're falling. And then they go, why didn't you tell me? Because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. And they're like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. And then you say, oh, really? Because I thought I was going to hurt you. Too late. They've fallen off the cliff. Yeah, you understand this. So what it comes down to as well, and about understanding is what I want to say to you guys. Let me fix this up. If you were looking at a form, say if you're looking at your daughter, say for women, yeah, ladies, you've got your daughter looking at you, or men, you've got your son looking at you, okay, and your son and daughter's looking up at you like this. Mummy, Daddy, how do you love yourself? What are you going to say? Mummy and Daddy, how do you truly be happy every day? I want to know. Mum and Daddy, I want to know, how do you love yourself? And I want to know very detailed. And how are you happy every day? What makes you happy? What gets you up in the morning? Why do you do what you do? Why do you do that? Tell me, Mum and Daddy, how do you love yourself and how do you make you happy? And I want it to be so detailed, like you're building an engine for a car. You don't just say, well, a car's got an engine. It's got spark plugs. it's got cylinders, there's a fan belt, and what else? It goes oil and petrol. No. If you want to be able to truly love yourself and be happy, it's exactly, you need to know, it's like an engine. You need to know every living mechanism, moving mechanism that's part of an engine. Because if you miss one, your vehicle doesn't go. You know what I'm saying? Because people go, oh, you love yourself, it's easy. You get up, you look after yourself, you look in the mirror and go, oh, look at me. Yeah, I love myself. Bullshit. How do you be happy? Oh, well, you know what? You skip and you look in the sun and, oh my God, and the birds, I'm happy. No, that is just a feeling that gets you a little bit warm and bubbly, but that is not that true core of you understanding who you truly are. Yeah? It needs to come, we need to break it. This is what I discovered. Over time, this is our pure form. This is what fills us up. This is who we really are, yeah? This is our heart center. This is our heart center. And over time, with all the excuses, with that dark energy and all that rest of us, it starts to create these layers. So if you haven't brushed your teeth, you get all that plaque and it gets disgusting, you get bad breath. That's exactly what happens to your being. Over time, you keep making excuses. And you know what happens? When you go, oh, I've let myself down, breakthrough. I let myself down, breakthrough. I let myself down, breakthrough. But you're not going anywhere. You're doing the Roadrunner. You're actually doing the Michael Jackson. You start to go backwards. You do the moonwalk. And it's scary because what happens is, I did it. Oh, I failed again. I did it. Yes, in life, it's going to be like that. But what happens is people allow themselves to drop and then go, you know what? I'm back. But now step forward. And they don't step forward. And this is why. Because if you're a mechanic, yeah? You are the mechanic of your life. So if you want to be a mechanic of a car, you need to understand every part of that engine, which most people that are mechanics for their life and their heart and their soul, they don't know every part of the engine. So you can't just go, if you're not versed and a Ferrari comes in and you'll be looking at Datsuns, yeah? And you go, oh yeah, it's a car. Cool. And you're looking at it. And the guy goes, can you fix it? And you go, no. And then the guy goes to you, aren't you a mechanic? Yeah, but not for that. That car's high performance. That car is special. That's prestige. And he goes, but can you learn? You can. But what do most people say? I can't. Or I will try. Get it? So this is exactly like your life. Because if you're not understanding every working mechanism that is in that engine, which is you, which is love, happiness, because at the end of the day, this is what I want to tell you. And please, please tell me, put your hand up, write a message if I'm wrong. Happiness doesn't come from money. Yes, it does give you some, that understanding of life and enjoying yourself and the rest of it. It will bring you some happiness, but it's not that true core fulfillment. Reason being, I know people that have abundance of money, that, have all the rest of it, and they sit in their big, beautiful apartment with their $600,000 Ferrari, single, feeling absolutely like shit and almost suicidal. And you're thinking, what? Because what happens, people? You get used to what you've got. But if you truly aren't connecting with these layers, that materialistic happens, the spontaneous, when they talk about when you go out, retail therapy, that doesn't last. So what I ask you, over time, we keep working through, but we need to start understanding what drives us, what makes us happy. And another thing is, and I was talking to Jabal about this, summer's coming, yeah? Summer's coming. So what happens? You get your gear off, the guys get the rigs out and their guns, girls in bikinis. Why are people starting to work towards their health goal? Because is it significant so they can look good down the beach with their six-pack and standing there looking around, but that is just to fill them up, but they're still broken inside? Or girls just to look good so they can get attention from guys and have that sexual energy? Is that what it is? Most of the time it is. So I know a lot of people that have got their health goals, not because they love themselves or they respect themselves, it's for outside significance. outside band-aids, yeah? It's a big band-aid. It's a band-aid. Looks like a football field, yeah, but it's a band-aid. So they want to put these big band-aids up there because that true happiness and that true fulfillment, they don't understand it. So I hope you guys have been taking some notes. So this is how I broke down these layers. And I'll be honest with you, there's times when you get to your core and you're feeling it and you're like, oh my God, how powerful am I? You know, I'm this limitless energy. I feel so aligned. I feel so complete. I feel so, unstoppable. But there's times when you'll go to your core, but then you might go back up and you might create some more layers, yeah? Because that does happen. If you aren't conditioning every day, if you aren't acting upon your desired outcomes, if you aren't taking yourself a day, if you aren't doing the reprogramming, if you aren't doing all of that stuff, what happens is you will go away from your true happiness, yeah? So what I ask you, what is your ideal day? So if money wasn't an object and you didn't have to go to work and we didn't have to survive with money, then what would you do? What would you do every day that would fill you up? Because you can't say, I'll stay on the beach, because that will only last so long. You get sick of it. What is something that's going to help you grow? And this is what you need to do. What is something that you need to be involved in you're going to contribute, you're going to give back to others of the world or whoever, and you're going to grow? Because they're the two spiritual drivers. And if you talk about the 6 human needs, yeah, let's go over them. This is what you need to understand as well. What you need to be able to do is, if money wasn't an object, you need to have certainty. So firstly, understanding something that you feel great at, something that is certain, something that you know it's there, it feels great, you're certain, you become an authority figure, yeah? I learned some of these steps with Jordan Belfort's straight line of persuasion, yeah? You need to be sharp as an attack, an authority figure, sharp as attack, an authority figure, and a force to be reckoned with, yeah? That's how you need to be able to show up. So with the 6 human needs is certainty and uncertainty. You need variety. You need to change things up, because if you keep doing the same things again as a human, you get bored, you procrastinate, as most of you have been doing in your lives. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things you need to be mindful about. Then there is significance. So you need to feel special, you need to feel wanted, you need to feel significant, like you are making a difference in this world. So what would that be? I'm talking about day. Don't worry about 2 days, a week, a year. I'm talking about what would be your ideal day. Yeah? Getting it? Writing it down? Then there is love and connection. In everything that you do every day, in every interaction, you want to be able to feel, a human wants to feel love and connection. Obviously, with different people, there's going to be different love and connections, because you are connecting with a person, with a partner. It could be, you're connecting intimately, or with someone else, you're connecting with a way with friendship, and that love and connection as family. Yeah? Then, what you go on from that, you've got, obviously, so it was uncertainty, love and connection, significance, and then the last 2, you want to be going growth and contribution, or you go contribution and growth. So every day, how are you giving back? How are you contributing to a higher performance, a higher level of awareness, higher growth, a ripple effect? How are you sharing your gifts every day? Not 12 weeks or whatever it needs to be, 12 months. I'm talking about every day. This is your ideal day. You need to start at the start, and then we're finding we're mechanics of our life, and we're starting to understand the engine. Okay, cool. So that goes there, that does this, that drives that, fan belt, okay, spark plug, I understand that. We're getting somewhere. So I'll go over that one more time. How you get to your core is your pure ideal day. When you can start at your ideal day and then press repeat, times 7 a week, yeah, times 31 a month, times whatever, you can just start at your day, because this is where most people are failing bad. They're stuck on yesterday or the past. Depression. Where am I? You know what I mean? Stuck in the past. Or they're into the future. Oh my God, it's so scary. Am I going to be okay? Am I going to be safe? Am I going to be successful? Anxiety. And they're playing tug of war every day. But guess where they aren't? Tell me, guys, I want you to answer this. They're really stuck in the past, depression, and they're gone. Or they're in the future, anxiety. What if? And I don't know. And things. Tell me. So where are they? Where aren't they? Yeah, here, but where's here? Now, exactly. They aren't present because they're worrying about, I can't get the money, I don't have time, I'm not going to be a great partner, I can't be a great coach, whatever, or the past, this happened in the past and I can't because of that. And people aren't present. So when people aren't present, when I wasn't present for all those years, I was nowhere near in my core. This is my core being. This is true fulfillment. That is true happiness. Not your bank account, not your car, not your football team, not where you live, what you wear. That is all bullshit, yeah? Hey, Chris, good to have you on, man. And yes, both from into the present. And what happens is you will move away from your present when you start focusing on other people's shit. When you're not worrying about yourself, not worrying, but when you're not caring for yourself, when you're putting that energy out and you are thinking about another person in a negative, dark way, you move away from your core. Unfortunately, what do most people do? They bitch about others. Do you think that they're moving away from their core? Of course. And when there is backstabbing, when there is toxicity, when there is that, what happens, people? You start to undo all the good work. You actually undo the neuroplasticity, your neuropaths. So if you go and learn a habit, if you're learning how to box and you're getting that and you're doing it every day, yeah, you're learning how to box, you go and have an argument or you go and bitch about something, you go back there the next day and your mind will outdo the work, yeah? And this was crazy when I discovered that, you know, and it makes so much sense. So protect your mind, stand guards at the doors of your mind. So, as we said, your ideal day, I'm going to drill this into you again, your ideal day, money is not an object. So you want to firstly hit your 6 human needs. Have certainty. You understand that? Uncertainty. Yeah? From your uncertainty, you're going to have, love and connection. Then you're going to have significance. Then you're going to have contribution and growth. How are you going to meet those 6 human needs every day? That starts to take you to your true fulfillment. Yeah, that's when you need to start going back into that. You want to start smashing it and then getting back into it. Mr. Williams goes, absolutely. And to get back to the normal tasks, to the normal takes 10 times the effort. Exactly, it does. And then, you know, and this is another thing, Chris. And I know if I've gone out and if I've gone and done something or I've dieted and I've lost weight or I've gone and I know that I don't know, whatever, I've achieved something, but then you go back and you're like, fuck, you know what? I've got this power, I know I can be better, why aren't I doing it? That's the difference between people that make it and people that don't. So how you get that is you just get up, bang, don't sit there and worry about it, don't sit there and reflect on it, get up and get what you like and get what you desire. Natalia goes, does everyone in life, in their lifetime come to this point of self-awareness, self-realization, or do people actually go about living their life and being just okay? Both. Really good question. It's up to you. Everyone knows that they can do better. Everyone knows, they know it. They will suppress it with excuses, limiting beliefs. They will suppress it with staying in their comfort zone. They will repress it by living a lie. But when others know, and with me, it was to a point where I came to, where I had that self-realization, I came to a fork at the end of the road. I was either going to kill myself, you know, properly, because I attempted 3 times. I was going to hurt someone else. I was going to either get locked up or I was going to end up being in a box. Yeah, these are my either ways. I could either stay that life or I could start living, stop being such a feminine, just let me do that. I could be such a feminine and just stop me destroying my life and get on with it and start following who I truly was and who I truly am. And guess what? It's hard work. Because especially for a man to sit there and go, hey, you're pretty fucked up. You've got a lot of work to do. You've done this. You need to change. Most men were like, no, and I'm okay, and I'll get on with it, and I don't need to connect with my emotions, and that's all bullshit, and I'll just, guess what? I'll just get busy making money, and I'll be okay. But when life gets hard, I'm going to throw myself in front of a car, I'm going to hang myself somewhere. That is reality. You know what I mean? So I come to that point when pain, or there's going to be more pain, but through that other pain, there's going to be light, there's going to be happiness, there's going to be truth, there's going to be fulfillment, there's going to be that self-realization, which, as you've heard, I have been, and I'm still on that path now. Hey, Cameron, good to have you on, bro. Good to have you on. We got the big hitters from the Kiwi land down there. So that's where you come down to a point. So how I keep stepping in my power with that true fulfillment is there's a number of tasks. Yeah, obviously, We've been going for 52 minutes now. So meeting the 6 human needs every day. What is your ideal day? Now you want to ask these questions. What are you prepared to do for your fulfillment, that every interaction that you do throughout your day, and I was talking to this Jabal, and we're actually talking about it with my good friend Ryan, that what every day, connecting with that, understanding that interaction is, what are you willing to do every day that's going to make you, who do you want to walk, what's it going to be? Is it going to be like you're standing in your power, you're creating a lifestyle from it, you're empowering people, you're following your purpose, you're adding back to the world, you have certainty, you have uncertainty change, you are having that significance, you're feeling important, you're creating love and connection, you're giving back to the world, and you're growing in every activity throughout the day. That's what that should be. And once you can finally tune that, and what I discovered my true calling without really even going there, without even really knowing this stuff. Because what it was, that I wanted to be a person. Don't worry about a coach or a conscious leader or whatever it was. What I found was I had a gift that I've been through hell and back, and I want to give it back to others. Why? Because I want them to think good about me? No way. I would prefer you to hate me, but you to grow. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer you to say, he's a fucking bastard, but he's right, and I can do better, and I'm going to do better. That's what I would prefer. I would prefer your growth than your friendship. Seriously, I would prefer you to grow and call me names, but as long as you're growing. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm here for, a friendship, and that's at the bonus. And guess what? With people that are in their mindset, I would prefer them to be that, you know what I mean? And a lot of people are. The people that stay true to themselves, they go, you know what, he's a fucking prick, but he was right. Yeah? And you know why? That's how I've been led. I have got, that's how I'm led. I don't really share, even with Jaboa, even with people, like with my coaching or my study, I tell them a little bit what I spoke to or my coaching calls, but that's up to me. The way I will speak to people about what coaching call I had or how I'm growing is right now. Is showing up with new content, showing up, being this person of representation. Because you can say to someone, oh yeah, I had this coaching call, we learnt this and it was fantastic. 1 year out the other. Or you go to a retreat. Oh my God, what did you do at the retreat? Yeah, I did this and I did that. And people are going to go, oh, okay. Do you know what I mean? And they're going to distort, generalize, delete. But you show up being that power. Oh, guess what? I fucked up my life for so many years, yeah? And the rest of it. Am I going to go back to the world? I'm going to come back and I'm going to be this amazing leader and I'm going to be masculine and I'm going to be successful. I'm going to tell the truth, the message of strength. I'm going to help all these people. The universe would have gone, yeah, well done. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it was. And that's how you will get reflected, by talking. But what do? You show up. You keep showing up. It doesn't need to be polished. Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. You show up being in your energy. You will slip. There'll be times when you get away from your core. There'll be times when you pull back the Band-Aid. There was times when you create the Band-Aid. But that's okay. We are humans. We're not here to be polished. We are a trophy. We are our own trophy. The way you're going to polish your trophy and let it shine, by believing in yourself, educating, doing what you need to do, yeah? Eleni goes, and this is what makes you different and real. And that's, and that's what it is, people. I'm very honest about where I go wrong and where I go right. There's nothing that, and if you can learn something from it, then fantastic. If that needs to shame me for you to learn, but it doesn't shame me. Do you know what I mean? Some people go, but you're telling him too much about yourself, and you swear, and you tell this, and you tell him about suicidal. Well, that is what it's about. Do you know what I'm saying? Mr. Cameron goes, be yourself, mate, and you'll attract the right people into your environment. Oh, of course, and yeah, and that's exactly what I understood. Is the more you stand in your conviction and be in your power, and that's exactly what you attract. And that's what a simple reflection is. Like, if I tell you some of the people that I work with that are very, it's very hush hush, it's very confidential, that you'll be like, oh my God, like some of the influencers, I work with a lot of international clients, that you'll be like, and sometimes I even say to myself, why do they want to work with me? Then that's when you're going down a dark path, yeah? And why would they want to work with me? What, you've got someone that is confining in you because you have something what they know. It doesn't matter that they're whatever, yeah? And obviously I can't say what they are. That doesn't matter, but you've got something what they want, yeah? You learn. So it's about that. So understanding, firstly, with every interaction that you're doing, filling your 6 human needs and asking yourself power questions. Where do you want to be living? Why do you want to be living there? Who do you want in your environment? Yeah? What conversation do you want to be having? Why do you want to have that conversation? What activities would you be doing every day? What food would you be eating? Who would be your partner? Who would be in your area a lot? And so on and so forth. So I started asking these questions, and I actually have a guide of them. There's a lot of them that you can keep asking yourself. But the number one thing that really set me into my happiness and fulfillment is truly understanding and connecting with, and that's what part of when we do success priming and programming, what makes me happy. And before I get up, even today I had a little bit of a hangover, I had a little bit of a sleeping because I did have a big session yesterday. I got up and I said to myself, what makes me happy? So how am I going to get up today? How am I going to show up? And how am I going to have the intention of what's going to make me be in my power? And then it went, boom. I'm going to get up. I'm not going to focus on the hangover. I'm going to put good food in me. I'm going to do a live stream. And that's where this came from. And I reflected. I asked myself the question. I'm like, this is what I need to do today. I choose to do it. And as I'm asking the questions, I started to go back into my core. I'm feeling fantastic. It's a beautiful day out there. We're in spring in Melbourne. I'm feeling powerful. We're going to absolutely rock it out. I'm going to do a live stream. Then I'm going to go to the gym with my partner. Going to go and have a sauna. I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to study. I'm going to share love with everyone. I'm going to do a live stream that's going to empower everyone. And then I got up and I'm like, boom. Like I got up before Jabal did. Got up and I'm like, yeah. Hangover went. I had my greens, had my protein. She made me a beautiful breakfast. And then here we are. Because what happens is, that's not autopilot, that's not just getting up, that's asking questions. And as I was asking the questions, I was moving back into my core. I was removing the band-aid, so I was standing into my power. That is the difference about doing that. Standing into your power, moving that in, and becoming who you truly desire. Because if, unfortunately, people become good actors, people become good, look at me, yeah? And the thing about that takes you so far away from who you are. I'm doing this because of that, and because society tells me, and because of that, yeah? One of my coaches said to me, they go, look, Lee, I'm going to give you recommendations. I'm going to give you knowledge. I'm going to give you life experience and results that have been brought from us. When they say us, him and his coaches and so on. My coaches are from 38 to 70, yeah? So in different ages, and there's about 6 or 7 all up. So the thing is, what I say to you, I'm not pushing anything on you at all. All I say is taking what works for you and run with it. Because there's going to be things that align with you, and there's going to be things that don't. Because we're always different. That's what's amazing. I don't want you to lose yourself, lose your identity, and go, oh my God, I did this, but I'm so far away from myself. A simple thing. When I worked at a job, or when someone works at a job, do you feel like you're in your identity or in your power? Fuck no. If you say yes, you're lying. Yeah? When I say a job, if you've got your own business, or you're doing something amazing, if you're a coach, if you're a parent or whatever, then that's a bit different. But if you say a job, when people tell you when to get up, do this, do that, wear this clothes, you can't speak, you can't eat this, you can't do that, you lose your identity because you aren't being who you are. Most likely you're just doing the task for money. Yeah, is that fair enough? Is that a reasonable expectation? So what you really will start to connect with your happiness is by programming your code of happiness every morning. Yeah, even before you do your success priming, get up, what's going to make me happy? How am I going to stand up? Get the energy flowing through. And I do this thing, it's like a scan. It's like a scan going over my body, even when I'm laying in bed, yeah? And the scan is just like, I'm healing myself, I've got my energy, and it's like a scan coming over, like, an x-ray scan. And I'm just like, okay, I'm feeling fantastic, my body's feeling great, my hangover's going over this morning, I'm going to get up, I'm feeling fantastic, happiness, the rest of it, boom, yeah? And then I got up, I was talking to my beautiful partner, and we were reflecting over stuff, and it was great because everyone's bubbly about Richmond won and the rest of it, and then obviously Adelaide's going to lose next week. I know there's a few Adelaide people on here, so now it's just that understanding of, okay, cool. And then what I thought is, why do people need a grand final or a football team to come together to feel happy? More importantly, actually see humans have something to look forward to. So this is the thing I'm going to leave you with. That unfortunately, most humans will not create excitement, will not create love in themselves, so they will need to either go to a nightclub, they will either need to take drugs, they will either need to go to a football match, they will either need to wait for Christmas, or wait for Easter, or wait for their birthday, so for them to feel significant and for them to feel love. Yeah? That is not a great recipe, because guess what, people? If you're waiting to feel alive for those, then those days that you're missing in between, you're missing a lot of stuff, yeah? So how are you going to understand that? Is you need to build up that excitement. You need to understand in all your life categories, what are your top 5 values and beliefs that you are happy? Because in each category, in each section of your life, you're going to be a different identity. You're going to be a different energy. You're going to show up differently. So you don't just talk about it. You need to understand what makes me happy in my health. What's my values? What are my beliefs? What makes me happy in my wealth? What are my values? What are my beliefs? Yeah? And then you start really going down. What is my ideal day? If money wasn't a subject, what would build my ideal day? Yeah? Bang. Then every interaction you want to connect with your 6 human needs. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. Then what that would be. And what I discovered is exactly what I do every day. Why do you think I show up? Why do you think I, get my amazing team together and let them shine, let them be a part of it? Because that's what it's about. Showing up and understanding. What makes me happy is sharing knowledge and empowering you guys. Yeah? Hey, Matty G, good to have you on, man. You must have had a big night last night, like myself. Just lose everything that holds you back. Stay true to yourself, but always be open to learnings. This whole year has been a roller coaster. Yet the biggest learning experience I've gained and lost overall. I think it's progress, and I love the honesty. It stopped. I think at progress, Chris. And look, and honesty is massive. And as I was saying, it's great to feel honest and go, yeah, you know what? I've gone great. It's gone up. It's gone down, but I fucked up. But what I will say is you need that honesty to say, okay, cool, here's the mirror. Okay, what do I need to work on? And while you're looking at that mirror, keep walking forward. Unfortunately, what people do, and this is not Chris, because I know him personally, we work together, the mirror's gone back on other people, but he's still been walking forward, yeah? But when he's turned it, fuck, I need to change this. Back on others, back there, you know what I'm saying? So he still kept moving forward. That's what I highly recommend you guys to do, because it can happen. You can lose the deflection of yourself of what you need to work on because you get caught up in other things, or things come in your life and your attention goes. But he's been going. It doesn't need to be some steps. He's been sprinting, which has been amazing, and in some, but he's still moving forward. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's been like that. He's still moving forward. As long as you're moving forward, you're learning. Yeah, and as long as you're moving forward, you know what? Fuck, I can do this. There'll be sometimes maybe a couple of days you stop. Use the tools, boom, keep moving forward. And you don't need to sprint. Because if you sprint, there's a lot of energy with the sprint. And if you sprint, you actually you miss the journey. You don't appreciate it. What I say, people, walk comfortably, or move at a pace which is just fine for you. You know what I mean? So, true happiness is when you sit down and you ask yourself these questions. So this is what I commit you all to do. Whoever's on here, and none of you ever do this, and this is why you're failing, is in the comments below. I'm sure you can understand this. If in the comments below, I want you to write what is the strategies that I've taught you and how are you going to apply this formula for you to have happiness, fulfillment in the rest of your life. And how are you going to be able to get into your pure core of love that you don't need motivation. You don't need to go and see a Tony Robbins. You don't need to go and always look for an exterior. And that's what happens. And this is the truth. For everyone that is failing in life, not failing, but everyone that is learning and everyone that has resistance, the reason why you have resistance, because you are too far away from your core of love. And when you're in love, you will be able to, this is the thing. When you're in your core of love, when you're in that true passion, that heart center, you're not going to worry about, oh my God, I can't do that video, or people aren't going to find my services good, or that relationship, or you know what, I don't know if I should start this business, or this client is that. No. So if you say you love yourself, you're lying to yourself. This is the rude awakening that I got 5 years ago. So you love yourself, you are going to be that convicted, that powerful on your message, and then you think that if you're standing in your love, in your message, and in your purpose, that other people are going to be attracted to that. Fucking oath. Why? Because most people do not have a passion. They don't have a purpose. They don't have a message. So it's your honor and it's your integrity and your duty to give that back to others. Not saying you're any better than them. You're not. But you can't sit there and go, oh, I'm here to help. I want to be in that relationship. I want to be that father. I want to be that mother. I want to do this. Fuck no. You need to fix your core up. You need to be in that love, because when you're in that love, you will be that shining beacon. You'll be like that the filament in a light that illuminates the room. Yeah, that's what you're going to be. You need to be that person that has that love. There's no such thing as confidence. There's no such thing as motivation. They are words people use to keep in it. I don't have confidence, motivation. They are weak words that will give you a weak life and a weak existence. You need to start connecting with your truth, which is your love. There is no other powerful energy, because it's all about energy. Because people show up and go, well, I did this. But if you really want it, then you won't let little excuses, moving places, people, the weather, a hangover, depression, this, that, I'm overweight, I don't know how to do it, it's my aggression, it's this person. You will not let those affect you. Yeah? They won't affect you. What I will say is, what is the result you want? That's what you need to start connecting, and that comes happiness. Why are you a parent? Why are you, or whatever? Why are you wanting to be a coach? Why are you this? Why are you that? Why do you want to work on yourself? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to be a better lover? Why do you want to be a better partner? Why do you want to start telling the truth? Because at the end of the day, where we forget is why we are doing it and what is the end goal. And that's to connect us to fulfillment and happiness. Success without fulfillment, Tony Robbins, is the ultimate failure. So everything we do is for a feeling. People will do the activity and they forget about the feeling, and you are all doing that. Yeah? The more you can connect to what drives me, what makes me happy, what makes me fulfilled, then it's not about the wants and haves. It's about creating moments and experiences. How do you create the moments and experiences? By then building the bridge of honesty, happiness, and fulfillment. Yeah? Whew. There you go. I reckon we're going to need a part 2 for this, because I've got, my partner's waiting for me, my beautiful partner, Jabbar. I want to be mindful of her, how's everyone going? Cool. Awesome. So I know everyone's going to be quite mindful about that. I'm going to do a part 2. I'm sure you guys would have felt this. That's why I said it, felt it, not found it, felt. This is something that's been massive for me, about understanding what drives us. And we can even do a part 2 maybe tomorrow night. You guys let me know. But I want to see in the groups, in the messages now, don't go and watch TV, don't go whatever. Get on this computer or your computer on this live stream. And what I want you to do, I want you to write what you've taken away and how you are going to create the formula and customize it for you, that you're going to create massive happiness, massive fulfillment, and more importantly, massive you. Yeah, so massive you. What that means is connecting to your true value. Yeah, cool. Know the end goal, work backwards to achieve it. Thanks, they're awesome. Good to have you back, Chris, man. Good to always always have you, always part of the family, brother. So, and this is a thing. When people show up in their pure form, people like each other. They come to each other. It's love. But when people are out of that love, of course we create resistance, because the thing is, this is the way I always do it. If someone's going to come to me or come into my area and they're not going to be nowhere near their potential, or they're going to come with not that love, they're going to get the mirror reflection, but by times 10. And the reason why I be like that, it's not to be a bully. It's not to do that, to say, hey, come on, wake the fuck up. I'm showing you where you're going wrong. If you want to take it personally, then that's just your shit. And what you're going to do is you're just going to lose a connection with another human that actually cares for you, that actually can help you. Reason why I say that, because the exact same thing happened with me with my coaches, yeah? Exact same thing. So all my lessons, I've got my bum smacked, and I'm just going to be giving that back to you guys. So thank you guys. As I always say, not I always, sometimes I forget, so there you go, be the truth. You could be anywhere around in the world now, right now. Is that what I normally say? You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you are here listening to me, Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength. I've got all these sweat patches. Look at that. Look at where you guys got me going. And the truth. Take care. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this Sunday session. Thank you for allowing me to get this out, get my hangover rocking and rolling. Drank too many beers last night, but it was fun. Take care. Have an amazing day. Boop. Doesn't want to finish.